By ancient law, the one who wins becomes king. No sword, no armor, just a wooden spear. And that was enough. Welcome to my channel, Cosmic Chronicles. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and join the galactic journey. A Jaren ducked behind a shattered kiosk, pulse racing as Krythar's capital burned, its obsidian spires vomiting crimson flames into the dusk. The air reeked of molten steel, stinging his throat. A surveyor for Orion Corp, he'd mapped 100 worlds, but Krythar's rebellion ignited overnight caught him off guard. Screams tore through the plaza, where rebels in patchwork armor fired plasma lances at royal drones. Jaren's training screamed, observe, document, never interfere. He should have bolted when the first riot sparked, but curiosity, his old vice, glued him here. Not my war, he muttered, eyeing his wrist comms evac timer. 3 hours to the spaceport. A blast shredded the kiosk's frame, showering him with sparks. Jaren rolled into an alley, heart hammering, as the Royal Tower's eastern face crumbled, dust choking the neon-lit streets. 2 blocks south, then west, to the trade district. His gear was stashed there. Move fast, and he'd make the shuttle. Through the haze, a figure staggered from the rubble, silver hair glinting, teal skin bloodied, clutching her side, a Krythari noble. Jaren froze, protocols clashing with instinct. 2 years on, Krythar taught him their tongue, their customs, their insignias. Her tattered cloak bore the Dawn Crest royalty, not his problem. Rebel shouts echoed, targeting her. Neutrality's my job, he hissed. But her eyes emerald, ringed with gold locked on his, wide with pain, pleading. Plasma bolts scorched the ground near her. Rebels closed in, their cobbled rifles spitting fire. Jaren's mind raced. Evac shuttle, corporate rules, safety. But her gaze raw, human-like twisted something in him. Damn it, he growled, sprinting from the shadows. He weaved through debris, a bolt singeing his coat, and slid beside her. Can you move? He barked, scanning her wound azure blood oozing. She gasped. Human. Jaren cut her off. Yeah, bad decision. Let's go. Another explosion rained shards. He hoisted her up, shocked at her lightness despite her height. Spaceport? She whispered. No chance, it's a trap, Jaren said, diving into a service tunnel, its dank air thick with rot. Her breathing hitched, pained. They'll kill us, she managed. Jaren adjusted his grip, dodging pipes. Name's Jaren. Figure you should know who's hauling you through hell. A faint smile flickered. Lisa. No title, but her tone carried weight. Jaren's gut sank. He'd heard that name in Krythar's courts. Lisa, heir to the Dawn throne. We're not going to the spaceport, Lisa rasped, gripping his arm. The jungle. It's our only shot. Jaren nearly tripped. Krythar's jungle a death trap of predators and toxins. You're insane, he said. Her eyes burned, desperate. Trust me. Rebel boots thundered behind. Jaren cursed, plunging deeper into the tunnel, toward the jungle's edge. The jungle's grasp. Moonlight pierced the tunnel's end, revealing Krythar's jungle, its gnarled trees hissing with toxic mist. Jaren set Lisa against a root, her emerald eyes fluttering, feverish. This insanity, he muttered, ripping his sleeve to bind her wound. Orion Corp drilled neutrality observe, never engage, but her labored breaths mocked his training. Jungle suicide, Jaren said, scanning for rebel lights. Lisa gripped his arm, voice hoarse. Sanctuary, in the deep woods. Her dawn crest glinted, marking her as Krythar's heir. He scoffed. Sanctuary? With what? Flesh-eating plants? Her gaze burned. My father. Murdered. I can't fall. The words hit like plasma. Jaren's mind spun. Corporate rules, the shuttle, safety. But Lisa's plea raw, desperate stirred something primal. He patched her wound, azure stains on his hands. Fine, princess. We move. He lifted her, dodging thorned vines that snapped at his boots, their sap sizzling on stone. The jungle's drone was deafening, alive. A branch cracked behind. Jaren froze, Lysa's breath hitching. Rebel trackers? His pulse raced as he scanned the shadows, spotting glowing eyes. Not human, not Crithari. A low growl rumbled, vibrating his bones. Predator, Lysa whispered, clutching his jacket. Jaren's hand found a jagged rock, useless against Crythar's beasts. The jungle's mist thickened, cloaking the threat. Jaren edged forward, Lysa's weight slowing him, her fevered gasps loud in the silence. "Keep moving," he hissed, heart hammering. The growl deepened, closer. He glimpsed scales, massive, glinting in moonlight. Neutrality be damned. He wasn't dying here, not yet. "Lysa, talk," Jaren urged, kneading her awake. "Your father, what happened?" She groaned. "Court, betrayal. Vorin poisoned him." Vorin, a name from Crythar's elite, whispered in markets. Jaren's gut twisted. This wasn't just rebellion. He pushed through vines, their barbs grazing his skin, burning like acid. A roar shattered the drone, shaking leaves. Jaren stumbled, Lysa slipping from his grip. The predator's silhouette loomed, a hulking mass, claws gleaming. "Run!" Lysa rasped, but her legs buckled. Jaren stood over her, rock raised, defiance flaring. The beast lunged, its shadow swallowing the moonlight, jaws wide. The predator's dance. Moonlight danced on the creature's hide, its 6 eyes glowing like embers. Jaren's chest heaved, sweat stinging his cuts. "Stay down," he hissed, shoving Lysa lower. Orion Corp's mantra, "Never interfere," felt hollow as the beast circled, its tail slashing vines. Evac was a fading dream. Survival was now. Lysa clutched his arm, voice faint. "Circle of dawn. The law. Spear chooses the king." Jaren blinked, processing. "Spear? What law?" Her words slurred. "Ancient ritual. Winner rules Crythar. A throne won by combat, no armor, just a wooden spear." His surveyor's mind reeled insanity, yet compelling. The predator lunged. Jaren dove, rolling Lysa into a ditch, mud coating them. Its claws gouged the trunk, splinters flying. He grabbed a vine, its barbs biting his palm, and hurled it, tangling the beast's legs. It thrashed, buying seconds. "Move," he growled, hoisting Lysa, her weight crushing his shoulders. They staggered through mist, jungle's drone masking their steps. Lysa's fever burned hotter, her skin clammy. "Vorin wants the circle," she rasped. Jaren's jaw tightened. Vorin, the traitor, eyeing the throne. Neutrality crumbled. This wasn't just Lysa's fight. A twig snapped ahead, not a beast footsteps. Jaren crouched. Lysa slumped against him. A figure emerged, Crithari, teal-skinned, clad in rebel gear but with a royal insignia. "Princess," the stranger called, voice urgent, hands raised. "Terran, loyalist, I serve the dawn." Jaren's grip tightened on his rock, distrust flaring. "Prove it," he snapped. Terran tossed a med patch, its glow illuminating his scarred face. "For her wound, rebels hunt you." Lysa nodded weakly. "He trained me." Jaren applied the patch, azure blood slowing. Terran's eyes flicked to Jaren, wary. "Human, you're in deep." Jaren smirked. "Tell me something new." 02:35. A hum pierced the jungle rebel drones, their red beams cutting mist. Terran cursed. "They've locked on." Jaren lifted Lysa, her pulse faint. "Lead, Terran," he said, ignoring Orion's ghost in his head. The loyalist nodded, darting forward, but his glance back held a shadow of doubt. The drone's pursuit. Jaren sprinted through Crythar's jungle, Lysa's limp form in his arms, her med patch glowing faintly as Terran led, weaving past venomous fronds. Rebel drones buzzed overhead, their red beams slicing mist, igniting vines with acrid pops. Jaren's lungs burned, Orion Corp's neutrality, a distant echo. Terran ducked under a root, signaling a ravine. Down there, cover! Jaren slid into the muck, Lisa's fevered breath hot against his neck. Drones hummed closer, scanners whining. Voron's dogs! Terran spat, eyes darting. He killed the king, wants the circle. Jaren's gut churned, Voron's coup ran deep. Lisa stirred, voice weak. I must claim the throne. Her emerald eyes blazed, defiant despite pain. Jaren frowned. With a spear? Against Voron's army? Terran nodded. Ancient law circle of dawn. One fight, one king. Jaren's surveyor logic screamed folly. But Lysa's resolve hooked him. A drone's beam grazed the ravine, showering dirt. Jaren pressed Lysa against the bank, shielding her. Terran hurled a stone, diverting the drone's scan. Move, he barked, leading them through a thorned maze, barbs tearing Jaren's coat. The jungle's drone was chaos, masking their steps, but drones circled tighter. Terran paused, checking Lisa's patch. She's fading, he said, voice low. Jaren's jaw clenched. Neutrality was dead. She's fighting for Krythar, he said, surprising himself. So am I. Terran's scarred face softened, but his eyes flickered, a hint of doubt. Then we reached the circle, Terran said. They pushed through mist, vines clawing their skin. Terran shared water, his canteen etched with the dawn crest. Voron's court turned on the king, he said. Loyalists are few, Lysa coughed. I'll face the ritual. Jaren's heart sank. Her strength was gone, but her will burned fierce. A drone's hum spiked, its beam locking on. Jaren dove, Lysa gasping as they hit mud. Terran fired a scavenged pistol. Clipping the drone, it sparked, crashing. More coming, he warned, but his hand lingered on the pistol, eyes on Lisa. Jaren's instincts screamed, something's off with Terran. The jungle's edge loomed, stars piercing the canopy. Circle's close, Terran said, voice tight. Jaren carried Lisa, her pulse weak. You're not fighting anyone, he told her, defiance flaring. But Terran's glance back sharp, calculating chilled him. Was he leading them to sanctuary or a trap? The loyalist's shadow, Jaren crouched in Krythar's jungle. Lysa's fevered form against him, her med patch dimming as Terran scanned the starry canopy. Rebel drones lay smoldering, but Terran's pistol grip tightened. His eyes, once loyal, darting to Lysa with a flicker of greed. Jaren's pulse spiked. Orion Corp was history. The circle of dawn's glow shimmered beyond the trees, its stone pillars whispering ancient law. Lisa's breath rasped. I fight for Krythar. Jaren's heart twisted. She was half dead, yet unyielding. Terran knelt, Voron's rebels, closing in. His voice held an edge, like he weighed his options. Jaren's hand brushed a vine, barbs biting. You're hiding something, Terran, he said, voice low. Terran's scarred face twitched. I serve the dawn. But his glance screamed Voron's shadow. Lysa coughed. Trust him. Jaren didn't nod fully, but her emerald eyes begged unity. He nodded, wary. Footsteps crunched. Rebels, not drones. Terran cursed, shoving them behind a boulder. Plasma bolts lit the jungle, searing vines. Jaren shielded Lysa, her skin clammy. Terran fired, dropping a rebel, but hesitated, eyeing Lisa. Move, Jaren snapped, dragging her toward the circle's light, Terran trailing. The jungle's drone drowned rebel shouts. Jaren's arms burned, Lysa's weight crushing. Why fight? He asked her, voice raw. Voron destroys everything, she gasped. The spear, my duty. Jaren's neutrality shattered. Her cause was his now. Corporate ghosts be damned. He'd see her to the circle. Terran caught up, pistol smoking. I saved you, he said, but his eyes betrayed doubt. Jaren glared. For her, or Voron? Terran flinched, silent. Lisa's hand gripped Jaren's, weak but fierce. Together, she whispered. The circle's pillars loomed, carved with spear sigils, pulsing with starlight.
02:12. A rebel squad burst through vines, rifles blazing. Terran tackled one, buying time, but his hesitation lingered in Jaren's mind. Jaren hauled Lysa into the circle's shadow, her pulse fading. "Stay with me," he urged, defiance flaring, but a new sound-heavy, deliberate echoed from the trees, not rebels. Figures emerged, Crithari in ritual cloaks, eyes glowing like Lysa's. "The air!" one gasped, rushing to her. Jaren tensed, but the reverence seemed real. Terran froze, pistol lowered, his loyalty teetering. A horn blared. Voron's forces closing fast. The circle was sanctuary, or a trap. The ambush's edge. Jaren shielded Lysa as Voron's horn blared through Krythar's jungle, the circle of dawn's pillars pulsing under starlight. Ritual elders, their teal skin etched with spear glyphs, formed a defensive ring, silver staffs crackling with energy. Terran's eyes darted, his pistol wavering, loyalty crumbling. Rebel boots thundered, plasma bolts searing the circle's edge. Jaren dragged Lysa behind a pillar, her med patch flickering, azure blood staining her cloak. "Stay low," he hissed, heart pounding. An elder, Zara, barked, "Protect the air!" Her staff flared, deflecting a bolt. Terran fired, but his shot strayed, grazing allies. Jaren's gut screamed, "Terran's a snake! Cover us," he told Zara, lifting Lysa. Her emerald eyes fluttered. "The ritual, only a spear." Zara nodded. "Circle's law, one fight, one king. No armor, just skill." Jaren's surveyor mind balked. A wooden stick for a throne? Yet Lysa's fire hooked him. Rebels breached the perimeter, their patchwork armor glinting. Jaren weaved through pillars, Lysa's weight taxing his arms. Terran trailed, his pistol now silent, fingers tapping a comm device. "Who are you signaling?" Jaren snapped. Terran froze. "Nobody, human." His scarred face twitched, betraying Voron's shadow. Zara's staff hummed, blasting rebels back. "To the inner sanctum," she roared, leading them to a stone chamber, its walls carved with spear-wielding kings. Lysa slumped, fever easing but weak. "Voron, rigs the circle," she rasped. Jaren's jaw clenched. Neutrality was dead. This was his fight now. Terran lingered at the chamber's edge, comm device glowing. Jaren lunged, pinning his wrist. "Talk, or I snap it," he growled. Terran sneered, "Voron pays better." Zara's staff crackled. "Traitor." Terran's eyes flicked to Lysa. Greed bare. Jaren's fist tightened. Orion Corp's ghost gone. The elders sealed the chamber, rebels pounding outside. Zara knelt by Lysa. "The ritual tests wisdom, not just strength." Jaren frowned. "I'm no warrior." Lysa gripped his hand. "You're enough." Her faith burned, but Terran's comm beeped, signaling Voron. Jaren's pulse spiked. Betrayal was seconds away. A muffled blast rocked the sanctum. Terran smirked. "They're here." Jaren tackled him, wrenching the comm free, but red beams pierced the chamber's seams. Elders braced, staffs glowing. Lysa's voice cut through. "Jaren, fight for us." The doors buckled, Voron's forces flooding in. Terran's laughter echoing. The traitor's mask. Jaren slammed Terran against the sanctum's carved wall. Voron's rebels breaching Krythar's circle of dawn, their plasma rifles scorching ancient glyphs. Elders fought, staffs flaring, but Terran's comm device pulsed, betraying their position. Lysa, propped against a pillar, clutched her med patch, eyes fierce. "Call them off," Jaren roared, twisting Terran's arm. The traitor spat. "Voron's king now." Zara's staff cracked Terran's skull, silencing him. She turned to Jaren. "Bind him. We hold the sanctum." Jaren tied Terran with vine cord. His surveyor's calm shattered. Lysa's voice cut through. "We need you." Rebels fell under elder staffs, but more poured in. And Zara sealed a stone gate, buying time. Lysa's fever eased, her emerald eyes steady. "The circle tests the heart," she said. Zara handed Jaren a wooden spear, crude but balanced. Train, human. The law demands a champion. Jaren gripped the spear, its weight foreign. I map dirt, not fight, he said sardonic. Zara's teal face softened. Yet you stand here. She led him to a training ring, pillars glowing. Voron's champion, Caliph ruthless, undefeated, she warned. Jaren's gut twisted. This was madness. Lisa watched, her dawn crest glinting. Caliph serves Voron's lies, she rasped. Jaren spun the spear, clumsy but determined. Zara sparred, her staff a blur, teaching balance, not brute force. Wisdom wins, she said. Jaren dodged, sweat stinging, Orion Corp's neutrality a fading ghost. Terran stirred, bound, smirking. Calith'll gut you, human. Jaren ignored him, focusing on Zara's lessons. Lisa crawled closer. My father trusted the circle. So must we. Her faith fueled Jaren, but Terran's calm beeped again, active, despite being smashed. Voron was tracking them. Zara crushed the calm, but the damage was done. Caliph scouts, she hissed, peering through a slit. Shadows moved outside, not rebels sleek, armed Krithari, Calith's elite. Jaren's spear hand tightened. He wasn't ready. Lisa's hand brushed his. You're my champion. Her words burned. A scout's blade sliced the gate's seam, sparks flying. Zara rallied elders, staffs humming. Jaren stood over Lisa, spear raised, defiance flaring. Not your war, huh? Terran mocked. Jaren glared. It is now. The gate shuddered. Caliph scouts charging, their war cries chilling the sanctum's air. The scouts strike. Jaren braced his wooden spear as Caliph scouts stormed Krethar's sanctum, their obsidian blades flashing under the circle of dawn's starlit glow. Zara's staff crackled, felling one, but elders faltered, blood-staining sacred stone. Lisa, propped by a glyph, clutched Jaren's arm, her eyes blazing. A scout lunged, blade arcing. Jaren parried, spear splintering but holding, the impact jarring his bones. Back! He shouted, shoving Lisa behind a pillar. Zara rallied. Hold the sanctum! Her teal skin gleamed with sweat. Terran, bound, laughed. Calith's coming, human! Jaren's blood boiled. Lisa's voice cut through. Voron! Poisons the ritual! Jaren dodged a blade, spear grazing a scout's arm. Poisons how? He grunted. Bribes, rigged spears, she rasped. Zara nodded. Calith's no champion Voron's puppet. Jaren's surveyor logic screamed. A rigged game, yet he stood firm. The last scout fell. Zara's staff smoking. Elders slumped, wounded. Jaren's arms burned, spear chipped. Train harder, Zara urged, tossing him a new spear. Calith's strength is brutal. Jaren spun it, steadier now, Lisa's faith his anchor. I'll outsmart her, he vowed, sardonic. Lisa's med patch stabilized, her emerald eyes sharp. The circle tests truth, she said. Jaren trained, dodging Zara's strikes, learning to weave, not clash. Elders watched, murmuring, human endures. His grit human, raw shifted their gaze from doubt to respect. Krethar's ancient law stirring. Terran's mocking ceased, his eyes uneasy. You'll die, he muttered. Jaren smirked. Keep dreaming. Zara scouted the perimeter. Voron's main force loomed, their war drums echoing. They'll siege the circle, she warned. Jaren's spear hand steadied. Orion Corp's shadow was gone, replaced by purpose. Lisa stood, shaky but defiant. Jaren, you're Krethar's hope. Her dawn crest glowed, a beacon. He nodded. No promises, princess. Zara's staff flared, signaling danger. Red beams pierced the jungle Voron's army, not scouts, advancing with mechanized tread. The circle was exposed. 02. 35 war drums thundered, shaking pillars. Jaren gripped his spear, standing over Lisa. We hold, he said, defiance flaring. Zara's eyes met his, approving. Elders chanted, staffs glowing, but Voron's forces roared, their shadows swallowing starlight. The circle of dawn faced its darkest hour. The siege's grip. Jaren hefted his wooden spear, sweat dripping as Voron's war drums shook Krythar's circle of dawn, its pillars shuddering under plasma volleys. Zara's staff flared, elders reinforcing stone barricades with glowing sigils. Lisa, steadier now, scanned a carved tablet, her emerald eyes narrowing. Voron's mechanized troops roared beyond the jungle, their red beams scarring sacred stone. Jaren crouched by Lysa. "We're boxed in," Zara barked. "Hold the perimeter." Her teal skin glistened, staff deflecting a bolt. Terran, bound, sneered, "You're done, human." Jaren's fist clenched. Traitor's time was up. Lisa's voice cut through. "Voron's poisoning spears." Jaren spun. "Poisoned how?" She traced the tablet. "Toxin in the wood. Calith's weapon." Zara nodded. "We've purified ours." Jaren's surveyor mind raced. Voron's cheating stacked the odds. Yet Lysa's defiance, raw and regal, fueled him. Zara dragged Terran forward. "Exile or death?" she demanded. Terran spat. "Voron'll win." Jaren glared. "Not today." Zara's staff hummed, banishing Terran to the jungle's maw justice Krithari style. Jaren trained harder, spear weaving through Zara's strikes, his moves sharper, human grit shining. Elders chanted, their staffs pulsing, strengthening barricades. "Human endures," one murmured, eyes wide. Jaren's defiance dodging, striking, surviving, shifted their doubt to awe. Lisa stood, dawn crest glowing. "Jaren, our spark," he smirked. "Don't crown me yet, princess." Her smile was fire. A drone crashed through the canopy, dropping a hollow device. It flickered, projecting Calith tall, indigo-skinned, gold eyes blazing, her spear gleaming. "Human," she taunted, voice like venom, "the circle's mine. Yield or bleed." Jaren's jaw tightened. Orion Corp's ghost was ash, he'd fight. Lisa crushed the device. Calith's fear speaks. Jaren nodded, spear steady. "She's bluffing." Zara's staff dimmed. "Her army's not." Voron's drums surged, mechanized treads grinding closer. Jaren's training paused, elders faltering. "We hold," he said, defiance flaring, Lysa's faith his anchor. Red beams breached the barricades, smoke choking the sanctum. Jaren stood over Lysa, spear raised, elders rallying behind Zara's glow. Calith's taunt echoed in his skull, her gold eyes a challenge. The circle of dawn teetered, Voron's siege tightening, but Jaren's human heart burned unyielding. The champion's shadow. Jaren spun his spear in Krythar's sanctum. Calith's taunt, yield or bleed, searing his mind as Voron's siege choked the circle of dawn. Pillars cracked under plasma fire. Elders' staffs flickering. Lysa, clutching a ritual scroll, rallied Zara, her emerald eyes blazing with purpose. Smoke curled through the barricades, Voron's treads grinding outside. Jaren dodged Zara's training strike, spear humming, his muscles screaming. "Calith's playing head games," he grunted. Zara nodded. "She breaks wills before bodies." Lysa unrolled the scroll. The circle. Test sacrifice, not just skill. Jaren paused, sweat stinging. "Sacrifice," Lysa's voice steadied. "Ancient kings fought for Krythar, not glory. The spear binds us." Her dawn crest pulsed, regal. Jaren's surveyor cynicism cracked. This wasn't just a fight, it was Krythar's soul. He'd face Calith, poison or not. Zara's staff flared. "Train, human Calith's close." Jaren weaved, parrying, his moves fluid now. Elders watched, chanting, "Outsider, rises." His human grit raw, relentless sparked their hope, like stars in Krythar's dusk. Lysa smiled. "You're our truth," Jaren quipped. "Truth's a lousy shield." A scream pierced the sanctum an elder, Talon, clutching a poisoned dart. "Spy!" Zara roared, staff pinning him. Talon gasped. "Voron, promised power!" Jaren's blood ran cold betrayal inside the circle. Lysa's scroll fell. The ritual. Corrupted. Zara bound Talon. We purify the spears. Voron's drums thundered, shaking stone. Jaren's spear hand steadied. Calith's gold eyes haunting him. She's coming, he said, voice low. Zara scouted. Her vanguard's here. Lisa gripped Jaren's arm. You, face her for me. Her faith burned, shattering Orion Corp's last echo. Red beams breached the sanctum, elders faltering. Jaren trained through chaos, spear a blur. Zara's lessons etching deep wit over force. Calith's brutal, she warned, but pride blinds her. Jaren nodded. I'll use that. Lysa's voice rose. Krythar believes in you. Her words were steel. A war cry split the jungle. Calith, indigo silhouette at the circle's edge, her spear gleaming under twin moons. Elders froze, staffs dimming. Jaren stood tall, spear raised, Lysa at his side. Voron's siege roared, but Calith's gold eyes locked on Jaren, promising death before dawn. The mind's blade. Jaren gripped his spear. Calith's gold eyes burning through Krythar's dawn mist, her indigo silhouette taunting from the circle of dawn's edge. Voron's siege roared, plasma bolts cracking pillars. Zara's staff glowed, elders chanting, while Lysa, scroll in hand, exposed a hidden spy. Calith's breaking you, Zara warned, sparring in the sanctum, her strikes relentless. Jaren dodged, spear weaving, muscles screaming. She's all talk, he quipped, but Calith's voice echoed via drone. Human, your bones will decorate my spear. His surveyor calm wavered, defiance flaring instead. Lisa's emerald eyes blazed. Voron's spies infest us. She pointed to Elder Rin, his staff dim. Zara pinned him. Traitor, Rin confessed. Voron promised glory. Jaren's gut churned betrayal everywhere. Lisa rallied elders. The circle purifies. Her dawn crest pulsed, a beacon. Voron's treads shook the ground, barricades splintering. Jaren trained, spear a blur. Zara teaching angles, not force. Calith's brutal, she said, but pride's her flaw. Jaren nodded. I'll turn it. Elders murmured. Human adapts. His wit sharp, human sparked their awe. Krythar's hope rising. A blast breached the sanctum, smoke choking stone. Jaren shielded Lysa, her scroll detailing ritual laws. No armor, one spear, wisdom over strength. You're ready, she whispered, hand on his. Jaren smirked. Or dead. Her faith burned, Orion Corp's neutrality a forgotten shadow. Calith's war cry pierced the chaos. She strode through Voron's ranks, spear raised, gold eyes locked on Jaren. Dawn, human, she roared. Circle claims you. Elders froze, staffs dimming. Zara's teal face hardened. She's baiting. Jaren's spear steadied. Let her try. Lisa's gaze was steel. Voron's forces surged, elders countering with glowing sigils. Jaren's mind raced, Calith's taunts, poisoned spears, pride. She expects a brawl, he told Zara. I'll dance instead. Lisa nodded. Krythar trusts you. The sanctum shook, Voron's breach widening, dawn's light spilling through. Calith's spear gleamed, her challenge a blade in Jaren's skull. He stood tall, spear raised, Lisa at his side. Dawn it is, he said, defiance roaring. Zara rallied elders, but Voron's army flooded the circle, pillars crumbling. The ritual loomed, Jaren's human heart unyielding against Krythar's storm. The ritual's dawn. Jaren stood in Krythar's sanctum. Dawn's gold piercing the circle of dawn's cracked pillars. His wooden spear balanced, Calith's challenge ringing. Lysa beside him, traced ritual glyphs, her emerald eyes fierce. Voron's siege roared, elder staffs flaring against the tide. We'll rebuild, Lysa vowed, voice steady. Human, Krythari, together. Jaren's chest tightened, her faith a lifeline. Big dreams, princess, he quipped. But her smile warmed him. Zara approached. Rituals at sunrise. Caliph strong, but arrogant. Jaren nodded. I'll use her momentum. Voron's plasma bolts scorch stone. Elders holding barricades. Jaren trained, spear spinning. Dodging Zara's strikes with new grace. Caliph expects power, he said. I'll give her chaos. Zara's teal eyes gleamed. Human redefines us. His wit, relentless, fueled Krythar's fading hope. Lisa shared the ritual's heart. The spear tests sacrifice. Kings bled for Krythar. Jaren's surveyor dazed detached. Safe felt hollow. I'm no king, he said sardonic. Her hand brushed his. You're enough. Her dawn crest glowed, binding them. He'd fight, for her, for Krythar. A blast rocked the sanctum, Voron's troops breaching. Zara's staff felled 3, but elders wavered. Jaren shielded Lysa, spear ready. Stay back, he growled, defiance flaring. She stood firm. We face this, together. Their bond, human Krythari, was Krythar's new dawn. Zara rallied. To the circle! Elders chanted, staffs pulsing, holding Voron at bay. Jaren's strategy crystallized. Feint, dodge, strike Caliph's pride. She'll overreach, he told Lisa. I'll slip through. Her emerald eyes shone. You'll win. His heart surged. Neutrality was ash. Dawn broke, bathing the circle in gold. Caliph strode forward, indigo skin gleaming, spear raised, gold eyes predatory. Elders parted, chanting, The law decides. Jaren stepped into the circle, barefoot, spear light in his hands. Lysa's voice carried, Jaren, Krythar's champion. Caliph's spear gleamed, its tip suspect poisoned. Voron's trick, she smirked. Human, you're prey. Jaren's pulse raced, but his grin was sharp. Let's dance. The circle's stone hummed, elders' chants rising. Voron's siege fading to silence. The ritual began. Krythar's fate in Jaren's hands. The spear's verdict. Jaren circled Caliph in Krythar's circle of dawn. Dawn's gold igniting their wooden spears. Her gold eyes feral. Elders chanted. Lisa watching, her dawn crest pulsing. Voron's siege faded. The ritual's hum silencing all but Jaren's pounding heart. Caliph lunged, spear a blur, its poison tip grazing Jaren's tunic. He sidestepped, using her force, his spear deflecting hers. Slow, human? She taunted. Jaren grinned, just warming up. His wit, human sharp, countered her brute strength, elders gasping as he danced through her strikes. The circle's stone thrummed, amplifying each clash. Jaren feinted, dodging Caliph's thrust, her pride flaring. Fight! She roared, overreaching. He slipped under, spear tapping her knee, unbalancing her. Zara's lessons wit over force guided him. Lysa's emerald eyes burned. Jaren, now! Caliph's spear grazed his arm, poison searing, but Jaren spun, using pain as fuel. He struck her wrist, her weapon wobbling. Voron's done, he said, voice steady. Her gold eyes widened, doubt flickering. Jaren's human grit relentless adaptive shifted the circle. Krythari elders leaning forward. She charged, spear arcing. Jaren rolled, planting his spear's tip at her throat, halting her. The circle fell silent, her breath ragged. Yield, he said, calm. Caliph's eyes blazed, then dimmed. She dropped her spear, kneeling. The law is yours. Elders erupted. Victory! Lysa rushed in, raising Jaren's hand. The throne is claimed, she declared, voice ringing. Jaren shook his head. Not mine. He drove his spear into the circle's stone. We rule together. Her smile was dawn itself. Krythar's hope reborn. Elders knelt. Voron's forces retreating. Krythar healed. Jaren and Lysa forged peace-human ingenuity. Krythari tradition. Markets buzzed. Jungles tamed. Stars beckoning. Jaren, once a surveyor, stood with Lysa. Their bond a bridge. No king, he said. Just us. Her emerald eyes shone. Enough. The circle endured. From a burning city to this sacred stone, Jaren shed neutrality, finding purpose in Krythar's fight. His spear, a simple tool, proved human heart outshines any blade. Unity, not power, builds worlds. Krythar's dawn was theirs. Human Krythari won. Cosmic Chronicles, what a ride! Jaren's journey from detached surveyor to Krythar's champion shows courage transcends worlds. His spear, Lisa's faith, and their unity rebuilt a planet, proving humanity's grit inspires beyond stars. Like, subscribe, share your thoughts. What's next for Jaren and Lisa? Drop ideas for new sagas. Bye, and let's keep the HFY fire blazing. Unity is strength, and your support lights our galaxy. Until next time, chase your dawn.